We have made it to the halfway point here in season number 1 of the Portland Trailblazers, my NBA franchise here on NBA 2K24, and I continue to be quite impressed with how our team is playing. We're 18-24, which overall really is not too bad. Despite that, we have gotten hammered by the injury bug as of recently, our most recent victims being Ochai Agbaji and Anthony Simons, who are both expected to miss the good part of a month or so, and that's along with Chris Murray, who's still recovering from an ankle injury. As we take a look at the standings here through the halfway point of the season, we are currently in 11th place, only a game and a half back of the 10th seed, which is the final play-in spot. Out east, we have not talked about Damian Lillard and the Heat a whole lot. He's averaging an ultra-efficient 38 points per game, which is good enough for first place for MVP. So it's safe to say that the grass was in fact greener for Damian Lillard. Him and the Heat will be in Portland in around a month or so. In the last episode, we also had our first prospect profile of the season. We went over some of the top prospects in this year's draft, and I'm excited to go over some more prospects down the board as we continue to make it through the season. If you missed that episode, or really any episode of the series, I encourage you check out the series playlist so you can watch any episode that you want. I'm continuing to be impressed by this team's effort despite the fact that we have gotten hammered by the injury bug over the last month. We've called on young guys to get more minutes, and certain players have really stepped up given the opportunity. The trade deadline is on February 8th in 2.5 weeks. We're going to make it up to there today. That starts with a matchup against the Oklahoma City Thunder, who are a direct competitor for those play-in spots as they're currently in 9th place. The Thunder are the gold standard of building a young team, and it's not just that they have so many draft picks, but they've hit on so many picks, and they've been able to develop players. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's a superstar. Josh Giddey, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, other high draft picks are guys who have really panned out into good young players. OKC is one of the model organizations of talent development. We want to develop our young guys like them. Look at Shaedon Sharpe, for example. Over the last month, he's averaging 16 a game, shooting 45% from 3. Sharpe has gotten considerably better as the year has gone along, which has been great to see, with him being a cornerstone of this team. He is not in the starting lineup because he is significantly better off the bench for whatever reason, as Chet Holmgren wins the tip and we are underway here in OKC. The Blazers and the Thunder, two teams competing for the play-in in the Western Conference. Here's Jalen Williams, Santa Clara's finest. Hits the 3 to open up the game. Williams, a Rookie of the Year finalist last year, making the All-Rookie First Team. Step back is good for Jeremy Grant. That'll put the Blazers on the board. Grant continues to be the most consistent and reliable player on the team. The rookie, Scoot Henderson, up and away with the slam. We've seen Scoot Henderson really have a strong rookie campaign as he dunks on Chet Holmgren. Two guys currently in the Rookie of the Year race collide in the paint. Holmgren with it, guarded by Jusuf Nurkic. Holmgren can shoot the ball, letting it fly from beyond the arc at the top of the key. 8-4 your score. Here comes Nasir Little, hands it off for Scoot again. Another dunk for the rookie. Scoot Henderson continuing to show off his athleticism, but it's the Thunder looking good early. Holmgren beats the shot clock with another triple. OKC up by 7. Portland's offense really struggling right now. Just 6 points in the first 4.5 minutes of the game. Jeremy Grant hits the corner 3 off the assist by Scoot. First shot from beyond the arc made today by the Blazers. Chet Holmgren taking advantage of the size mismatch. He happens to be a pretty tall fella, and he knows how to use his height to his advantage. Here's Scoot Henderson off the screen. Nice move. Scoot with 6. Him and Jeremy Grant are the only Blazers who have scored so far, and we're over halfway through the quarter. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the slam. One of the best young guards in the NBA. That kid is so talented, developing into a superstar here in OKC. Nice little pick and pop from Scoot and Jeremy Grant, who've had a nice little two-man game tonight. Still the only two Blazers who have scored so far. Nasir Little misses inside off of a Clarkson miss. The Blazers have to be better inside, and then on the other end, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is there with the slam. 21-16, here's the Bosnian beast, Jusuf Nurkic. What the hell was that? Nurkic again misses inside. Portland in the interior has been an absolute disaster today. Chet Holmgren has defended the rim like a maniac. Shaedon Sharpe with the dunk. First points not scored by Jeremy Grant or Scoot Henderson. and there's like 2 minutes left in the quarter. Giddey sends it over to Kenrich Williams, who hits the three, one of the unheralded role players on this OKC squad. 26-18. Here's Jordan Clarkson off the screen. Sends it inside for Yusuf Nurkic, who's finally on the board. I guess that's what happens when you're not being smothered by Chet Holmgren. Here's the rookie, Vasilij Micic, in for the floater. The Thunder have high hopes for this kid. He's beaten out Cason Wallace, the first-round pick, for a spot in the rotation. And speaking of talented young guards out of Kentucky, there's Shaedon Sharpe once again with another exciting dunk. The young Blazer guards have really gotten up there today. Final moments of the first quarter. Kelly Olynyk hits the corner three. That'll bring the Blazers within 5. Offensively, the first half of this quarter was a disaster for Portland, but they really got it going as the quarter went along. 25-30 your score going into quarter number 2. Here's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander blowing by fellow Canadian Kelly Olynyk. A lot of Canadians on this floor right now. Scoot Henderson off the assist by Shaedon Sharpe. It's good to see these two young players continue to build chemistry with each other, as they probably are the two best long-term pieces on this roster. Vasilij Micic again with the pull-up jumper. Nice shot for the young guard. 36-29, Shaedon Sharpe with a couple slams today. Sharpe trapped inside, sends it over to Scoot Henderson, who hits the three. 13 points already for Scoot Henderson, who's been able to score in a variety of different ways. Micic again, what a shot! There's a reason why this kid beat out Cason Wallace through a rotation spot. My goodness, has he been impressive off the bench tonight. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in for the layup, guarded by fellow Canadian Shaedon Sharpe. 34-40, here's SGA, has it stripped away by Shaedon Sharpe. In transition, Sharpe with the slam! Oh me, oh my! The Blazers have it within 4. Now it's a one-score game. Here is Jalen Williams with it. Williams with a nice move inside on Jabari Walker. He's in for the layup. Walker with it now, sends it over to Jeremy Grant, guarded by the Aussie Josh Giddey. Grant in the corner. Scoot Henderson, another three. It's good! A pair of triples in the second quarter for Scoot. He's got a game-high 17 points. But he's also showing off the array of passes as he gets it to Jordan Clarkson, who's finally on the board, and we are tied up at 44. Overall, both offenses have been very pedestrian here in the second quarter. OKC in particular, just 16 points in the quarter as Jalen Williams puts them back ahead. Here comes Sharpe again! Dunks on Chet Holmgren. Sharpe has been able to get a majority of his points above the rim where he succeeds the most. Here's Jalen Williams with it. Nice shot. That'll put the Thunder right back ahead in what has been a back and forth end of the first half as we're now tied at 48. Josh Giddey with it. Giddey with the spin move. Looks like a Beyblade inside. He'll put the Thunder ahead with the layup. 48-50. Final seconds of the first half. Sharpe over to Jeremy Grant. Guarded by the smaller Isaiah Joe. Grant for three at the buzzer. It's good! The Portland Trailblazers take the lead before the end of the half. Big shot for Jeremy Grant. Him and Scoot have combined for 30 in the half, and if you want to add Shaedon Sharpe, the three of those guys have 40 of Portland's 51 points. Scoot leads the way with 17. He looks like a superstar right now as Chet Holmgren shoots it over Scoot. Not a lot the rookie guard can do there with the size mismatch. OKC ahead by 3. Scoot inside, showing off his contact and his ability to score despite being guarded tightly. 53-56. Henderson with it again. Has an open man in the corner. It's Jeremy Grant who sinks the three. Grant and Scoot have so much chemistry with each other. Their two-man game continues to be very impressive. Euro step by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander inside for the layup. 56-60. SGA guarded by Clarkson. Clarkson's not a great defender, and it kind of shows there. But SGA is too talented. Not really a whole lot Clarkson could have done there to begin with. Josh Giddey off the screen from Holmgren. Hits the three, and the Blazers call a timeout. Big start to the third quarter for OKC. They're right back ahead by 7. Henderson over to Nasir Little. He's on the board with his first basket of the game. Now that the Thunder are starting to really guard Scoot tightly, he's really flourished as a playmaker. Jalen Williams inside off the assist by SGA. 7-point game. Scoot Henderson with it. He's tightly guarded. Over to Jordan Clarkson. Tough three in the corner. It's good. What a shot by Clarkson despite being heavily contested. Scoot is in takeover mode, so because of that, he feels lucky. Heat check for three. No good. And Scoot appears to be in pain, clutching at his leg. That's not good. 5-on-4 opportunity. It's an and-one for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But obviously the status of Scoot Henderson is of the priority. Scoot is the future of the Portland Trail Blazers. So to see him down with what looks like a lower leg injury is really, really bad news. Why was Jordan Clarkson trying to touch his injury? I don't know. So as you can see here, Scoot takes the step back, and it appears that he lands awkwardly. At first, I thought maybe he landed on SGA's foot, but that appears to not be the case, which I don't think is good news. It looks like a non-contact injury, possibly a knee injury. And when the words knee and non-contact are in the same sentence, you think structural damage, which is really bad. Those sometimes can be season-ending. So we'll have to take a look at Scoot's status later in the game as Shai gets the slam. It's a 9-point affair. Scoot Henderson already ruled out for the rest of this one. Not a good sign that it happened so quickly. Jeremy Grant beats the shot clock as he hits the lawn 2. The Blazers looking to go on a run for their fallen teammate. Shaedon Sharpe. Tough 3 is good. Shaedon Sharpe's really going to have to play well, and Jeremy Grant, too, is going to have to be the alpha as a scorer. Intercepted by Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson with a dime for Sharpe. His 3-ball is good. The Blazers on an 8-0 run. They take the lead. Great shot by Sharpe, and what a pass by Jordan Clarkson, who will be the main playmaker now with Scoot out, and obviously Anthony Simons hurt. There's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander putting the Thunder right back ahead. 77-78. Here comes Shaedon Sharpe. Hello! This time it's the other Jalen Williams who ends up being his victim. What a slam for Sharpe, who's been on fire since the injury. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, nice move for the floater. 83-79. Final moments of the third quarter. It's in the hands of Shaedon Sharpe. Sharpe, tightly guarded. Step back at the buzzer is no good. A very rough third quarter for Portland, and not so much the on-court product, but more so the injuries. And I say injuries plural. Not only did Scoot Henderson hurt his leg, but right at the end of the quarter, Jeremy Grant suffered a knee injury. That's Portland's 2 best players who are going to be out for the game. Jalen Williams with the lob for OKC. 85-79. Look at the size mismatch. Nikola Jovic takes full advantage. I really want to see what Shaedon Sharpe can do now that he's the guy with Grant and Scoot and Simons all not on the floor. Nice move by Isaiah Joe. He's not just a shooter. As you can see, the Blazers are in takeover mode, only down by 5, not out of this game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with a nice move on Matisse Thybulle. 82-89. Here's Shaedon Sharpe. Sends it over to Kelly Olynyk. Lawn 2 is good. The Blazers have really shot the ball well from the mid-range, which is a big deal because within the interior they've struggled. Shaedon Sharpe off the screen. Airballs the 3. Olynyk out to Jovic. Wide open. He misses. Bad possession there for Portland. I really feel like they had an opportunity to do some damage. Down by 7 at such a pivotal point in the game. On the other end, Vasilij Micic is in for the layup. 84-93. Here's Shaedon Sharpe. Blows by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's in for the dunk. Gotta see Shaedon Sharpe continue to play well. He's been awesome in the second half. This game really boils down to how he'll be able to perform. SGA just heaves one up, and it is good. Shai has got to have like 25 points in the half, and he's missed maybe like 2 shots. He's been ridiculous. Thybulle with the steal on the other end, lobs it up for Nikola Jovic. The best offense is good defense. Off the steal by Thybulle, Jovic goes up, and away with the left-handed throwdown. Sharpe with a dime inside for Jordan Clarkson. Great pass by Sharpe, and the baby Blazers are only down by 5. This game far from over, even with Portland's 3 best players all unavailable. Kenrich Williams with the dunk, lead back up to 9 for OKC with 5 minutes on the clock. Jordan Clarkson inside, he's trapped, has Olynyk wide open in the corner, and Kelly Olynyk knocks down the 3. 6-point ball game now. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with a dime for Kenrich Williams. These Blazers bigs are just too slow to get back to the paint when they're on the perimeter. Nasir Little, fear Nasir, hits the 3. We are within 5. Off the assist by Sharpe as Olynyk has it poked away and stolen. Chet Holmgren ends up with it on the other end. He's going to take the open jumper, and the Thunder lead it by 5. 105-98. Here's Yusuf Nurkic, doubled. Doesn't matter, he hits the shot, and because Nurkic makes a nice play, the Thunder, yes, the Thunder are in takeover mode. I don't know why. They're going to look to take full advantage. Big three for Chet Holmgren. It's an 8-point OKC lead, making a 7-point lead with a little over 2 minutes to go. The Thunder looking to ice the game as Josh Giddey lets it fly from beyond the arc. The Thunder have not shot the three ball a lot tonight, but it's been impactful, and that'll wrap this one up. 119-104 your final. I feel like the game was closer than the score suggests. The Blazers were in it really up until the end, where the Thunder kind of ran away with it. Obviously, the big story of this game for Portland is the injuries, and we'll talk about our players' statuses in just a moment. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with a ridiculously efficient 45-9-6. He was unguardable in the second half. 21-17 for Holmgren. Nobody else really all that impressive. As for the Blazers, we had three guys play really well. The problem is two of them did not finish the game. Scoot Henderson and Jeremy Grant were awesome, and then they got hurt. Shaedon Sharpe was really good too, 27 points, 7 assists. He was very inefficient though, 9 of 23 from the field, 2 for 9 from 3, whereas both Scoot and Grant were efficient. I think Shaedon Sharpe's efficiencies would have been a lot higher if he was not the only true scoring threat on the floor for most of the fourth quarter. Other than that, Jordan Clarkson was fine. Kelly Olynyk was good off the bench. Nurkic was not great. We kind of got beat up down low. 34 points in the paint compared to 66. We were so inefficient inside. We had more offensive rebounds than them by a lot, but overall, we really did struggle in the paint. So let's talk about our injuries. So the good news is that Jeremy Grant only hyperextended his knee. He might miss a game or two. Really not a big deal. Scoot Henderson, on the other hand, it's actually an ankle injury, not a knee injury, which I guess we kind of dodged a bullet. But he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks, which is quite a while. So we're going to have to kind of experiment with the lineup. We're going to run Shaedon Sharpe at the point and have Ryan Rupert as his backcourt mate. What do we have to lose, right? I just kind of want to see how it goes. We're going to play against the Rockets with our point Shaedon lineup. And believe it or not, we ended up winning. Our three best players did not play, and we still won the game. 37 for Clarkson. Sharpe running the point had 0 assists, but that did not stop Jordan Clarkson from dominating. So now we're starting to get guys back. Anthony Simons is back. The Warriors immediately offer us a trade for him. Ochai Agbaji is back. Jeremy Grant is back. And now we're going from beating the Rockets without 4 of our starters to having basically our entire team back minus Scoot Henderson. So now that we're healthy, that means we have to get a new injury because that's how our luck is. Shaedon Sharpe pulls a back muscle. He's going to be out for a week or two. Sharpe has started in the last 3 games. He has a whopping 0 assists and has been horrible in all 3 games. I don't know why he's so bad as a starter and so good off the bench. It makes no sense to me. But now Ochai Agbaji will return to the starting lineup. Speaking of injuries, we get some good news here with Chris Murray, who broke his ankle in the G League. He is healthy, and I want to see what he can do with the NBA team. So we're going to have him in the rotation. We would end up going 1-3 through our next 4 games, beating the Spurs and then losing our next 3. Anthony Simons has played very well since recovering from his injury, which is a big deal. He missed around a month, and clearly he's gotten right back into the swing of things. So we've got back-to-back games against the Nuggets, our final 2 games before the trade deadline. We're going to play this second game. The Nuggets are only 24-25, despite having just won the NBA Finals. They're only in 8th place, another contender for the play-in. We ended up losing the first game. So as we look at this Nuggets team, they've got the best player in the world with Nikola Jokic. They've got a good group of players around him. Before we hop into this game, though, we had the All-Star draft with Nikola Jokic as one of the captains, along with our good friend Damian Lillard. Obviously, we have no Blazers in the All-Star game. Nobody really deserves it for that matter. The only first-time All-Star is Jalen Brunson, and I would say the only really big surprise here is Nikola Vucevic, who has gotten a lot more touches with Zach LaVine out for the year with a patella injury. So let's hop into the Blazers' final game before the trade deadline. Currently, Portland is 20-29. They have fallen into 12th place in the Western Conference, and this could be the final game with the team assembled as it is. Shaedon Sharpe is back healthy from his back injury. He's missed the last 4 games, but he will return coming off the bench because, well, he's a lot better off the bench. Nurkic, the former Nugget, wins the tip, and we are underway. The The Blazers have a few former Nuggets on their roster, not just Jusuf Nurkic, but Jeremy Grant as well. Ochai Agbaji gets the scoring started with an early slam. He missed close to a month with a knee injury. Good to have him back. Anthony Simons joins the dunk show. He did miss a month with an injury. Also good to have him back. Jamal Murray with it. We've looked at a lot of Canadian players today. He's another one as he hits the three. Murray, the head of the Nuggets offense. For more information, Google Jamal Murray head. You'll find some good stuff. He hits another three. That'll put the Nuggets ahead by 2. Anthony Simons with it, tightly guarded by Murray. Simons trying to zigzag around him. Good ball movement. Jeremy Grant, the former Denver Nugget, hits the three in the corner. Jokic guarded by Grant. That, my friends, is a mismatch. Nikola Jokic does not get enough credit for his efficiency. Everyone talks about how good of a playmaker he is, which is true, but he is an otherworldly efficient player. Jeremy Grant with the slam, and the Blazers are ahead 15-12, really battling the defending champs so far. Here's Michael Porter Jr., Mr. Never Swing the Rock. He absolutely should have passed it there, but it's Michael Porter Jr., why would he? On the other end, the lob is successful from Ochai Agbaji to Anthony Simons. What a pass by Agbaji, and then Simons finishes it with the layup. Simons leads the way with 6 so far for the Blazers. Agbaji as well has looked very good up to this point. Here's two-time champ Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, sends it inside for the Joker. Nikola Jokic in for the slam. 17-14, Agbaji with it. He's already got 3 assists over to Jeremy Grant, who hits the fadeaway 3. Agbaji really stepping up as one of the main playmakers today with Scoot Henderson not in the lineup. Jusuf Nurkic has the size mismatch guarded by Christian Braun. My boy Christian Braun is a dog, but he can't contain Nurkic there. 23-15 now. Here is Shaedon Sharpe with it. Nice backdoor cut by Jordan Clarkson, who fools the young Peyton Watson. Christian Braun sends it over to Nikola Jokic, guarded by Kelly Olynyk. Jokic does that funky, weird-looking step back. It may be unconventional, but it's Nikola Jokic, so it works. Shaedon Sharpe loses it. CB, Christian Braun ends up with it over to Peyton Watson, and Watson hits the jumper. The Nuggets offense has been pretty abysmal here in the first quarter. Final seconds here of quarter number 1. Chris Murray misses the 3. Jokic heaves it up from half court, and oh my God, he almost made it. 25-19, low-scoring start. Portland's defense has put on the clamps today. Nikola Jokic has not been all that impactful so far. Kicking off the second, it's Jordan Clarkson who hits the wide-open corner 3. 28-21, Jokic inside, no good, grabs the board over to Reggie Jackson. He hits the 3. Just as there's a lot of former Nuggets on this Blazers team, there's a lot of former Pistons on both teams. Here's Shaedon Sharpe, tough shot, no good. Kelly Olynyk with the board. Speaking of former Pistons, Olynyk, one of the many who once played in the Motor City. 30-24, Reggie Jackson with it over to Brown. He gets it to the Onion. Peyton Watson, who hits the 3. Watson, a first-round pick a couple years ago, has become a mainstay in the Denver rotation this season. Here's Shaedon Sharpe over to Chris Murray, the rookie out of the University of Iowa. And the twin brother of Kings forward Chris Murray hits the jumper. Shot clock winding down. Simons, step back. It's good! Anthony Simons casually walking it off as he hits a step back 5 feet beyond the three-point line. Shaedon Sharpe with it. He gets the slam, bullying the big man, Zeke Nnaji. It's a 10-point Portland Trailblazers lead. 37-27, here's Jokic, no good again. Nikola Jokic does not have many things who stop him, but I think we found one today. Kelly Olynyk is now, by definition, the Jokic stopper, and right as I'm gassing him up, Jokic hits a jumper in his face. But still, Kelly Olynyk has D'd him up well. Pause. Lob attempt for Murray is unsuccessful, but he gets it back. Wasn't the prettiest of possessions, but hey, 2 points is 2 points. 41-30, Portland's defense continuing to play really well. Step back for Jamal Murray. It is good. And it is a 9-point Portland lead. Here's Ochai Agbaji inside, no good. Grabs his own rebound and gets the putback. Ochai continuing to do a little bit of everything as it's 43-34. Here's Michael Porter Jr. with it. As expected, he does not swing the rock. Instead, he hits the 3. 43-35. Here's Agbaji looking to take advantage of the size mismatch. That's Reggie Jackson. He can't hold him. Ochai takes him to the woodshed. It's a 12-point Portland lead. 2.5 to go in the half as Aaron Gordon is unsuccessful on the lob. Second time's the charm, but he misses that one too. Portland's interior defense continuing to be dominant regardless of who's in its center, which has been a major surprise. Here's Ochai Agbaji for 3. Knocks it down. He's got 12 here in the first half. Ochai Agbaji's been one of the best players on the floor today. Jamal Murray off the screen from Porter. Hits the 3. Nuggets within 12. Make it 14. I'm still really impressed with how well this Portland team has played on the road against the champs. Jamal Murray makes the floater. 12-point game, 40 seconds to go in the half. Caldwell Pope with it inside. He's going to pass it over to Christian Braun, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. Christian Braun and Ochai Agbaji, the two best players on the national championship Kansas team from a couple years ago, reuniting here today. Nurkic's shot is no good, and that'll wrap up the first half, 52-44. Ochai Agbaji leading the way for the Blazers. I will say that although the Nuggets offense was really bad for most of the half, they did finally pick it up over the last 2 or 3 minutes. And this Blazers team cannot get too comfortable. The Nuggets had the ability to go on runs and bring themselves back into this game because their offense is normally so good. Off of the Jokic jumper, here's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for the layup. The Nuggets already within 5, quickly amounting their comeback. Anthony Simons with it, he gets it over to Nurkic. Nurkic doubled, Simons open, good ball movement by the Trailblazers. Anthony Simons has 11. He's done nothing but score, but he has scored at a good rate. Here is Murray. He's intercepted by Grant. In transition, Grant over to Simons. Simons in the corner for Agbaji, who drives inside. Agbaji's doubled. Nurkic is open. Nurkic misses, grabs his own rebound. Simons with it in the corner. What an ugly possession. Over to Jeremy Grant, who knocks down the 3. Again, not a pretty possession, but it ends off with a basket. Nikola Jokic, good move by the Joker. He started this game off slowly, but the two-time MVP starting to play a little bit better. Here's Agbaji, hands it off over to Nasir Little. Good move. Fear Nasir. He's in for the layup. Portland up by 7 halfway through the third. Jeremy Grant with the screen. Drives inside, in contact, muscling the defenders. He's in for the layup. Grant with another very strong game scoring the ball. Jamal Murray with a nice move on Anthony Simons. Murray continuing to show off his scoring prowess. 64-57. Murray wide open for 3, and we are within 4. The Blazers were so focused on sending backup for Jokic that everyone disregarded Jamal Murray on that possession. Now Jokic is wide open in the corner, and we are within 1. Nikola Jokic with a big 3, and the Nuggets have made it all the way back. Here's Jordan Clarkson inside for the layup. The Blazers needed to get a basket there. They've got to get some shots to fall to get this momentum back. 68-65. Here's Jeremy Grant, pump fake. Grant with a nice move on Christian Braun. As it's a 7-point game, the Blazers now again have a comfortable lead, just as they need. Zeke Nnaji at the top of the key for 3. The Nuggets really shooting the long ball well down the stretch here in the third. Shaedon Sharpe nearly loses it. He gets it back over to the big man, Kelly Olynyk, in for the layup. Again, maybe not a pretty possession, but 2 points is 2 points. Jamal Murray inside, tightly guarded. Murray over to Justin Holiday, who hits the jumper, and the Nuggets are continuing to hang around. We're back within 4. Clarkson looking for the screen. He'll get it. Out to Jeremy Grant for 3. Knocks it down. JG's got 25 on the night. 7-point game. Murray's in takeover mode. Grant's in takeover mode. Murray hits the 3. We're within 4. Final seconds of the third. Obviously, it's in the hands of Jeremy Grant. Grant, step back at the buzzer. Bang! What a quarter for Jeremy Grant. He's got 27 points as we make it to the fourth. 79-73. Sharpe with a big-time slam off the assist by Anthony Simons as he throws it down. Wow, what a play. Najee sends it over to the Joker. Nikola Jokic with another one of his awkward step backs that just falls effortlessly because it's Jokic. Sharpe loses it, and this time it's actually stolen. In transition, Christian Braun with the slam. The white man can jump. Christian Braun is unironically a super sneaky athlete. The kid can get up there. Jusuf Nurkic backs down on his former teammate Jokic for the layup. Nurkic and Jokic have been connected by the hip, same draft class. The Nuggets tried to figure out who their long-term center would be. Obviously, they made the right choice. What the Jackson bucket? A budgie is snuffed at the rim. Zeke Naji says, get that weak stuff out of here. On the other end, it's only a 2-point game. Nuggets can tie it. And Reggie Jackson misses a bunny at the rim. Portland holds on to their lead with 5.5 to go. Simons with the screen sends it over to Jusuf Nurkic for 3. Big shot for the Trailblazers. 5-point lead, Murray over to Nikola Jokic. No good, grabs his own rebound over Nurk, and he makes the layup. Again, we're within one score. 88-85. Simons blows by Jokic in for the slam. Simons is just too quick and athletic. The Joker stands no test for the speed and quickness of Anthony Simons. Jamal Murray over to Jokic, who gets by Jamal Murray, makes the floater, and again we are within one score, and the Nuggets now are in takeover mode. That's not good news, folks. Simons looking for somebody to get open. He sends it to Abaji, cutting inside with the layup. And the Blazers continue to hold on to their lead, albeit a small one. The Nuggets have not led since the halfway point of the first quarter, but they're continuing to stay right there. Jamal Murray brings it within 1. Here's Abaji at the rim. No good. Nurkic with the rebound. He misses it. Third time's the charm, though. And Nurkic now has a double-double, 11 and 13. 3-point game off of the Jusuf Nurkic putback. Here's Jamal Murray. Misses the open 3 for the tie. He got a great look. On the other end, Simons wide open. It's good! Anthony Simons with a big 3. And that's a 6-point swing. It could have been tied. Blazers up by 6, make it 4. Jokic turnaround jumper is good. And Denver is right back within 2. Now they can tie it. It's in the hands of Jokic, who's still in takeover mode, and he does. The Nuggets go on a 6-0 run to tie it with a minute to go. This is it. Here's Simons inside to Jeremy Grant. He makes the layup, his first bucket of the quarter. And the Blazers are right back ahead as they're up by 2. 52.7 left on the clock. Off the inbound, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope ties it at 99. Following Blazers possession, Simons over to Nurkic. Nurkic back to Simons. The Nuggets are not letting Portland get any good looks. Simons inside for the lead. No good. And now the Nuggets can put themselves on top for the first time in a while. KCP misses the open 3. So the Blazers get another opportunity with 20 seconds on the clock. It's in the hands of Jusuf Nurkic, backing down over to Sharp from way downtown. Bang! Shaded Sharp puts the Trailblazers up by 3 with a long triple. The Nuggets call a timeout with 13.1 seconds left. Shot clock unplugged. Kelly Olynyk's going to come in the game because he's been able to stop Jokic defensively. And then we're going to have Matisse Thybulle guard Murray. Make sure their 2 best players are not in good position to get a shot off. So who will it go to? It's Aaron Gordon on the baseline. He's going to send it over to Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, who drives inside over to Nikola Jokic. Jokic to Gordon. Gordon ties it with the 3. Aaron Gordon knocks it down in the corner, and we are knotted up at 102 with 6.8 seconds. And now the Blazers have an opportunity off of the timeout to win the game. Nurkic will come back in. Simons will come back in. Who gets the ball here? I think you most trust Anthony Simons off the inbound to create something in isolation. I think Jeremy Grant is your best bet if you're looking for a catch-and-shoot situation. If you're looking for someone to cut to the basket, I think Abaji is the best choice. So it's in the hands of Simons looking to make a play. Simons in the corner to Nasir Little. He misses the 3 for the win. We're going to overtime. So it's Little who gets the ball. Another guy who's a really good shooter off the catch, but he does not get it to fall. So now we need overtime as Nurkic wins the tip and we get some free basketball for the next 4 minutes at least. Here's Anthony Simons. Tries to lob it up for Nurkic. He's unsuccessful. The Nuggets looking to take the lead. Porter actually passed the ball. And 1 for Aaron Gordon. And the Nuggets take the lead for the first time since the first quarter. Abaji called for the foul. Simon sends it over to Nurkic. Inside for Jeremy Grant. He's now got 31. And we are within 1. Now it's a 2-point game. Why is Michael Porter wide open? Simons, what are you doing? He got caught sleeping. I don't know what he was trying to do there defensively. 5-point game. Simons drives inside over to an open man. It's Kelly Olynyk. He repays the favor. Olynyk knocks down the 3. We're back within 2. Jokic guarded by the Jokic stopper, but Jokic wins the battle. He puts it in, and the Nuggets lead by 4. Denver back with the ball, looking to potentially ice the game. Little over a minute to go. Jokic's shot is good over Yusuf Nurkic. 113-107. The Nuggets looking for the dagger. It's in the hands of Jamal Murray. Murray with a beautiful pass for Jokic, and that should just about do it. With just seconds left on the clock, the Blazers are going to get one more shot off. Abaji heaves up a prayer in the corner, and it is good, being guarded by his former Kansas teammate Christian Braun. But it will not matter. The Nuggets take it home 121-115 in overtime. You got to give the Blazers a hand. They really stood toe-to-toe with the defending champs on the road. And we were in control for 90% of this game. But the Nuggets were in it for just long enough to where it was a sizable deficit. They take it to overtime, and then from there our guys are out of gas. 39 for Jokic, 34 for Murray. Nobody else was really good for the Nuggets. It was just a two-man show. Jeremy Grant with 34. He was very impressive. 21 for Abaji. Nurkic, super inefficient. He's got to clean it up. Simons with 16 and 8. The shooting I thought was fine. I thought the offense overall started slow but really picked it up. But the defense on the inverse started great and then cooled off. So we're getting close to the trade deadline. We have no more games up until the deadline, and we have a record of 20 and 30. What would you guys like to see us do during the deadline? Let me know some moves that you think we should make down below in the comments. I hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.